A very good afternoon. As part of communication skills and life skills, today we talk about an interesting and amazing topic, teamwork. So, teamwork. What is a team? Team means togetherness, all together. Okay, teamwork. So, generally, today's job nature, career oriented, all things are related to, maximum things are related to teamwork. So what is a teamwork and what is the role of a team member in a team? So in the previous lesson we talked about leadership qualities. A leader takes care of his members, his group, and he leads the team. At the same time, all together doing work, all the members have the same responsibility, same um, importance in a team. So collectively we can do many things. So today let us examine teamwork. So inspirational teamwork, together each. So all together, see, you could see some examples here. Yeah, it takes a whole orchestra to play it. Yeah, if we want to compose a song, a music, see, we can see the group of members, more than 30 members are here, and all together compose a single beat in single song, and it becomes a success. So this is the thing that is the importance of teamwork for greater things. So let us see some more slides. Many hand makes work light. Yes, many hand makes work light. That means everybody's contribution in a team makes the work light, easy, and even the time also, it takes less time. It is amazing how much you can accomplish when it doesn't matter who gets credit. You know? Yes. Here we don't go with any priorities or credits. All together we do it. Okay, you can observe the picture. Somebody picks the flower, another brings it to the other one. Who picked the flower? It doesn't matter. The one who handed it over is also not matter. So all together, without one, nothing is possible here. Okay, so coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Coming together is a beginning, the thought of coming together, yes, the base, the foundation. So that is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. So they could stand gradually, they can stand, and these are the only. So that is the beginning, starting point, and here you can see the keeping that strength, forwarding the same strength is a keeping together the progress, working together is success. So the last person will get the goal. Teamwork divides the task and doubles the success. So teamwork divides the task and doubles the success. So these are the really important and interesting. So we know, we believe what is a teamwork and how it is. So before joining a team, first of all we have to have self-confidence, faith on members, their contribution, their work, and their abilities. If you find somebody or not eligible, not up to the mark, you should help to the member and do the work efficiently. We can't blame anybody, we don't criticize anybody. All together we have to do this. That is the maturity, that is the mindset that you should have before entering a team. Always don't think that I am doing something because of me only it is happening. No, it is a great no, big no to that. Yes, it is only because of us. We are doing together, we are helping each other, we are together, and we can achieve the success. That is we, that is not I, that is not me, that is only we. Yes, we. Teamwork is a collective work. Yes, it happens sometimes. If you, for example, if there is a team of 6 members, okay, 1 or 2 members may not be up to the mark, but their contribution is also equally important. in this act it may not be up to the mark, but in another act it may be. For example, if you take, you can take any sports, like games like cricket, volleyball, hockey, all group, these are group works. For example, we see, we most popular and famous game is cricket. We see, like cricket, how it's a team of 11 members, they contribute themselves, they bat, bowl, keeping and wicket keeping, bowling, so all these fielding, every act is important. Sometimes we see the popular and the famous batsmen fail to score, but they may be success in bowling sometimes or in fielding, altogether they get success. It doesn't mean that we say that it is his failure, but his contribution is there, if not today, the next day, next time, sometimes it also happens, the batsman bat, and he scores 200, okay, and they win the match, but it doesn't mean that we give the credit to the single person. Yes, it is a collective work, all other batsmen are supporting him, that is the reason he could stand and he can bat well, and they can become the mark for achievement or the success. So this is the thing. Yeah, personal credit we give, we compliment, we cherish his hard work, we give compliments, we reward, we appreciate, but that is different, but it is a teamwork, the result is of teamwork, but we do consider their effort, their contribution. So this way we have to move, and it becomes an inspiration to the next player, and here it goes on. So teamwork, see, you can see a log is here, it's a very big, and one cannot simply lift that, but by adding 1 2 3 4 5 members or 6 members are here, and all together they can lift the log easily, and they can clear the way. Teamwork, simply stated, it is less me and more we. So we have to remember the rule that it is we that we can do, we have to do, we should do, it is not me. So in this way we have to think and act, and all of us have to stick to the rule, that is we. Fine. So we see some more examples. So let us examine few more examples. You might have heard a story of a old man having 4 sons. You know, old man having 4 sons. He calls his. He's not happy with his son's attitude. So they always quarrel. They criticize themselves. So this is the process happened, and this man becomes old, and he thinks, yeah, if it continues, his sons would be single and they won't be together. So that is the reason once he asks his sons to get sticks, simple sticks. Okay, so all together they get all the 4 sticks, 4 different same size of sticks they bring. So what does he do? He asks them to get two sticks each. So he asks them to take one and break. So all of them do it happily, in a single stretch they could break the stick, and immediately he asks all the 4 sons to combine all the remaining 4 sticks which they brought. And what does he do? He asks them to all together, all 4 sticks could be broken. Then he asks all the 4 sons try. They tried themselves, but they couldn't. So this is the moral of the story. By staying together, by uniting together, others cannot harm you. You will be strong, and you will achieve success. So that is the simple logic of staying together. So it is there in any form. Today's world, every work, if you take social media, it's a Facebook, it's a teamwork, WhatsApp, it's a group of course again teamwork, group work, whatever. And if you take movie cinema, we see we only praise the hero, heroine, director, villain, other important characters, but it is a huge teamwork. You all might have seen Bahubali movie. Thousands of people worked for Bahubali for such a project of lengthy movie of 2 parts. So there were thousands of people effort. So that is only because of teamwork. All of them thought that they have to contribute their own work, they have to do their own job and do it and forget. That's it. So that is the essence of teamwork. So in games we see teamwork. Yes, we observe teamwork in sports, games, and even at home. If you, for example, if you want to celebrate your one's marriage in your family, your sister or brother's marriage, it is also teamwork. Your relatives work, they distribute cards, some help to do designs, uh, planning, how to conduct an event, any program. Everything is a teamwork. All of them have to contribute. Then only it will be successful. So every act of our life, many acts of our life, in fact, many acts of our life are based on teamwork. It could be home oriented or relationship oriented, celebration oriented works, and at the same time career oriented. So this is the thing that we need to understand. Now let us go with some other interesting facts of teamwork. Here we go with an old story which, yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, so we all know good old lesson in teamwork from an age old fable, the tortoise and the hare. All of us know the story of the tortoise and hare. Do you um, estimate the abilities of the tortoise and the rabbit? What are their nature? So general nature, we know that rabbit is very fast. It runs very fast, it hops like anything, and it moves like, yes. In animals we know that deer is very fast. At the same time here, rabbit is also a fastest animal. We know it moves like, it hops in a minute very far. And we know the tortoise, it is opposite in nature. It goes very slow, it moves very slow, especially on land. If it is on water, okay, it moves, but if it is on land, it is slower than the other animals. So we know the nature of these two um, creatures. So let us see. So we know the story of, like, once upon a time there live a rabbit and tortoise. Yeah, it has come now. Once upon a time, a tortoise and a hare had an argument about who was faster. I'm the fastest runner, says the rabbit. Obviously, it says, it has that confidence, maybe overconfidence. It says that I'm the fastest runner. That's not true. The fastest runner is me, tortoise says. They decided to settle the argument with a race. They agreed on a route and started off the race. Okay, let's have a race. Fine. Rabbit says that it, okay, why to argue? Let us go and have a race. Let us decide who is faster, who is a fast runner. Fine, I'm ready for it. So tortoise agrees. Then the hare shot ahead and ran briskly for some time. Then, seeing that he was far ahead of the tortoise, he thought he would sit under a tree for some time and relax before continuing the race. Poor guy, even if I take a nap, he could not catch up with me. So that is the overconfidence of our rabbit. It moves very far and sees back. It couldn't see the tortoise. He thinks that it's okay. It is a slower one. It comes very late. Let me take rest. Why to risk myself? Why to hurry to go to the task? Let me sit under the tree and relax for some time. So he takes a nap, and he thinks that even though if I take a nap, by that time also it cannot reach me. So that is the overconfidence of rabbit, a wrong step, and it sleeps. So let me give a break here. We are talking about the procrastination, postpone, time management. Time is here. It might have gone to the task and would have taken rest there over, but it didn't do like that. In the half of the way only it has done this. So what would be the result? We'll let us see. So then what happens? He sat under the tree and soon fell asleep. So it happens. Sometimes we think of only 5 minutes of nap and we sleep for 1 hour or 2 hours. So the same thing had happened with the rabbit, and it sleeps. The tortoise plodding onward took him and soon finished the race, emerging as the undisputed champ. So tortoise slowly, steadily, it walks, it moves, and it reaches the task. And our poor rabbit is sleeping still. The hare woke up and realized that he would lose the race. Yes. The hare woke up and realized that he had lost the race. Yes, that is the truth. It had lost the race itself. So, the moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. This is the version of the story that we have all grown up with. Yes. So, this is the old story, and that from that only we got this saying, slow and steady uh, wins the race. Even we have in Telugu another saying like Alasyam Amritam Visham. I mean, that means getting late may result in positive or negative result. So same thing. So slow and steady wins. This is the story that we used to learn from our grandparents or this. Now let us see another phase of the story. The story continues. What would happen? Can anybody guess? Yes, the realization of the hare. Now the hare realizes himself. Oh, in this attempt, I was a failure because of my laziness, my procrastination. So now it realizes its mistakes, and it wants to clear the mistake. That is the reason he thinks for another race, and he approaches the tortoise again. How it happens? Let us see. The hare was disappointed at losing the race, and he did some soul searching. He realized that he had lost the race only because he had been overconfident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there was no way the tortoise could have beaten him. Why did I lose the race? So he went on thinking. He thought for some time. Then again, he approached the tortoise again. So he challenged the tortoise to another race. The tortoise agreed. Can we have another race? Yes. Because tortoise already won the match, now it has this confidence. Okay, it was a trial in the previous attempt. Now let me continue the same. So tortoise is all ready. This time the hare went all out and ran without stopping from start to finish. He won by several miles. Obviously, now it realized, and it didn't do any. It didn't repeat the mistake. It ran out like anything and reach the task. Now this is the turn of tortoise to realize. Okay, fine. Let us see the moral of this phase of the story. Fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. Okay, you should be fast but not consistently, gradual. Okay, that also fetches you the result. Depending on the situation, we have to opt for such kind of things. Fine. If you have two people in your organization, one slow, methodical and reliable, and the other fast and still reliable at what he does. The fast and reliable chop will consistently climb the organizational ladder faster than the slow, methodical chop. It's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be fast and reliable. So we have to do things fastly too. Sometimes it happens, if your boss is given an assignment and you could do it in 2 days but you take 4 days, that shows less growth. If you do it within 2 days, it will show your effort, your ability, and boss may get impressed and he may give you promotion. So in this way you have to be fast. When there is a need, you have to be fast. When there is no need, you need to be slow and steady. Now the story not at end, but the story doesn't end here. It continues. Now it's time to realize, think about how should I do. Tortoise is slower than the hare. It is true, but how? Being slow also, how can I achieve the success? So let us see what happens. The tortoise did some thinking this time and realized that there is no way he can beat the hare in a race the way it was currently formatted. Yes, how can I win? I can win the hare. Yes, now it thought, yes, on land this is the format that we have opted, and I couldn't win the race then second trial. So let me change the path, let me change the route now, because it is favored to one people. When you are keeping a task, it should be kept in mind of both the abilities, so something is missing. Now tortoise approaches the rabbit, hare. He thought for a while and then challenged the hare to another race, but on a slightly different route. The hare agreed. Can we have another race? This time we will go through a different route. Hare agreed, sure. They started off. In keeping with his self made commitment to be consistently fast, the hare took off and ran at top speed until he came to a broad river. The finishing line was a couple of kilometers on the other side of the river. Goal is here, on the other side of the river. So, this way, the hare, the route was changed, and the hare didn't stop, and it ran faster and moved towards the target. But being a different route, it found a river in between its task, so he couldn't reach the task. The hare sat there wondering what to do. In the meantime, the tortoise trundled along, got into the river, swam to the opposite bank, continued walking, and finished the race. Fine. So, this is the change of the route. Now it is easy for tortoise. After seeing the river also, it there was no difference to tortoise, and it simply crossed the river and reached the task. The moral of the story: first identify your core competency and then change the playing field to suit your core competency. In an organization, if you are a good speaker, make sure you create opportunities to give presentations that enable the senior management to notice you. If your strength is analysis, make sure you do some sort of research, make a report, and send it upstairs. Working to your strengths will not only get you noticed but will also create opportunities for growth and advancement. So, here the ability of running in the water is also one thing. So, that should be focus. So, that is the same thing done by our tortoise, and he prepared his own way, created. So, he created an opportunity and welcomed the hare to participate in the race. So, we should think our strengths. So that strength could helpful to our career. Our strength can help to the career and the work which we are doing. So in this way it helps you to focus and you will be a successor. So successful man. So that is the reason. Now the same thing had happened with the tortoise, and it made hare to join the race. Now it is successful. Fine. But the story doesn't end here, it still continues. The story still hasn't ended. The hare and the tortoise by this time had become pretty good friends, and they did some thinking together. Both realized that the last race could have been run much better. So they decided to do the last, but to run as a team this time. Great, I think we could do it much better if we two help each other. Hi, buddy, how about doing our last race again? Okay, now the tortoise agrees. So this time they become very good friends and they think, okay, individually we couldn't reach the task, but sometimes you win, sometimes I win. So let us help each other. So that is the reason. Now they had another race to go together. They started off, and this time the hare carried the tortoise till the river bank. There the tortoise took over and swam across with the hare on his back. On the opposite bank, the hare again carried the tortoise and they reached the finishing line together. They both felt a greater sense of satisfaction than they would felt earlier. So this time both of them together. Both of them together. On land, hare helped the tortoise, and in water, tortoise helped the hare, and together as a team they reached the task and they won the match, won the race. So this is the thing that we have to realize. So generally we observe students or colleagues when they do some work reading. If somebody enters, his classmates or friends, roommates, what do? They hide their reading, they hide their work because they think that they may score more. But no, always you can share. Always you can share your studies. Combined studies really fetches you more results because you're studying, you're understanding the content, you're practicing the examples together for better understanding. But when you do in the examination, you go with your own presentation, your own style of writing, your own style of presenting. So there the difference comes and you can score on your own way. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't take your marks from your friend. So that is the reason we need not to hide our knowledge. As much as you share your knowledge, your understanding, then it helps you more and you remember well and you can present well and can get good marks. So combined studies, team studies, group studies. That is the reason they encourage. Even in the activities, we ask you people to do it as a pair work, group work, team work. You know. So, so that is the thing happened with the hare and tortoise. Now, let us see the moral of the story. It's good to be individually brilliant and to have strong core competences. But unless you are able to work in a team and harness each other's core competences, you will always perform below par because there will always be situation at which you will do poorly and someone else does well. Teamwork is mainly about situational leadership. Exactly, I was talking about the situations. Leading the person with the relevant core competency for a situation take leadership. You know, there are more lessons to be learned from this story. Note that neither the hare nor the tortoise gave up after failures. The hare decided to work harder and put in more effort after his failure. The tortoise changed his strategy because he was already working as hard as he could. In life, when faced with failure, sometimes it is appropriate to work harder and put in more effort. Sometimes it is appropriate to change strategy and try something different, and sometimes it is appropriate to do both. The hare and the tortoise also learnt another vital lesson. When we stop competing against a rival and instead start competing against the situation, we perform far better. Okay. Okay, another interesting. When Roberto Goijoa took over as CEO of Coca-Cola in the 1980s, he was faced with intense competition from Pepsi that was eating into Coke's growth. His executives were Pepsi focused and intent on increasing market share 0.1% a time. Robert decided to stop competing against Pepsi and instead compete against the situation of a 0.1% growth. He asked his executives what was the average fluid intake of an American per day. The answer was 14 ounces. What was Coke's share of that? 2 ounces. Roberto said Coke needed a larger share of the market. The competition was not Pepsi, it was the water, tea, coffee, milk, and fruit juices that into the remaining 12 ounces. The public should reach for a Coke whenever they felt like drinking something. To this end, Coke put up vending machines at every street corner. Sales took a quantum jump, and Pepsi has never quite caught up since. To sum up, the story of the hare and tortoise teaches us many things. Never give up when faced with failure. Fast and consistent will always beat slow and steady. Work to your competencies. Compete against the situation, not against a rival. Pooling resources and working as a team will always beat individual performers. Let's go and build stronger teams. So it's really interesting. We should thank the slide maker. It's very interesting, and we should not give up our failures. Always we have to work for achievement. We have to do it consistently and happily. So that is the beauty of the teamwork that we have need to remember, and we should not give up. Always we should think, you know. Sometimes, yeah, it also happens. Let me give you an example of another misunderstanding of the team members. Okay. Once upon a time, there are body parts altogether: hands, legs, um, mouth, all together, all the body parts exposed outside, like mouth, the teeth, palm, hands, legs, all. They were really thinking, yes, we are the hard workers. We are the only hard workers, and we feed our stomach every time. Whatever we do, we feed. We fill the stomach with water, fluids, liquids, tea, coffee, and food material, and we don't get anything. It's of no use. We are just feeding our stomach. So this is really not good. Why the legs to walk towards the crops, fields, and collect the material? Why the hands to cook and feed the stomach? Why the teeth chew the food and insert inside? Why the mouth open? So this is the quarrel. They got a regression towards the stomach, and they felt that it is better to teach a lesson to stomach. And all together they decided, now teamwork, listen, all together they decided not to feed the stomach. No leg walks towards the fields or the works, the market, and whatever it is. It doesn't do any work and doesn't get anything, doesn't help to get anything from outside. And the hands keep quiet. They don't want to cook, they don't want to feed, they don't want to do anything, and doesn't want to supply food to stomach. Even though hands supply the food, the teeth and mouth are not ready to chew and insert the food inside. So they have decided and strongly determined to keep quiet. So all of them kept quiet. The one day passed. Stomach could bear it. Okay, it can bear without food. That was okay on that day. The next day it started burning inside of the, if we don't take food, what happens, it burns, because we have acids in our stomach, they release and they really suffer. So it pained, stomach was really suffering, and hands, legs, mouth, and mm, teeth started feeling happy. Oh, that is the thing happening, it's very good. Okay, uh, so it happened, and the next day it continued. Third day, hands could not move actively. Even the legs are not willing to move, at least for a single step. Slowly, other body parts also getting weak, and they are getting dull. They couldn't move. There was no energy in the body parts like legs, hands, and other internal organs too. Something was wrong. Everything is, something is wrong. Everything is going wrong. Why it happened? Why it is happening? So they started thinking. Then the heart calls all the body parts and says, "Do you have a sense? Do you have a sense? Because whatever the food material you are supplying, the stomach takes in. It takes the good one and takes the bad one out. It releases the energy to the blood vessels. Blood transforms the energy to all the body parts, and we become active. Otherwise, where do we get energy from? Don't you have sense of stopping supplying food? So, you foolish fellows should realize yourself. Now, you go and get something for the stomach, let it feed well, and you will be good. So, that is the teamwork. Sometimes we see people among us may look like idle, but there is an importance of that idleness too. So we have to understand the situation, we have to understand the position, we have to understand the ability of the team members. We should not criticize anybody, and we should not never try to take the credit, oh, only because of me the team is running. No, never. It is only because all of us. So that is the thing that we need to think, and we have to move towards the progressiveness, and we have to lead. So this is the same thing could apply in the organization too. See, for example, from the lower order, lower cadre employees to the higher order, it is all collective work. you know when the office opens, is the boy comes, the watchman, he takes care of the office. The sweepers, they sweep, they clean the office rooms, it looks good. The clients come, the people work, the employees work, operator, computer operator, okay, designer, programmer, all of them, they do their own job, and it collectively gives a good result to the company. So we should not think about the cadre and designation of the people. They have their own contribution, and we have to obey with their words. We have to have mutual respect, mutual togetherness, mutual understanding, mutual um, friendship. All together we can run an organization softly, and we get our own identity, and we get our career very brighter and brightest. So that is the thing we need to take care, and all of us have to work together. Togetherness is the strength, unity is the strength, unity in diversity. And we also should think all people are not like, they are not like, they are not same. So we have our own attitudes, we have, but adjustment, change thinking, and you are working for a purpose. That purpose should not be lost. So all of us have to think of the purpose, not the people, not their attitude, not their behavior. Okay, we have to adjust, and we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to do well. So this is the thing that we need to remember, and all of us to work together, move together, and work together as a team and get good results, fetch very happy results for an organization, for a beautiful society, and for beautiful career for ourselves. So wish you all the very best. Be a team member, be a leader, be a effective team member, work in a team, do get success, get more satisfaction. Wish you all the best.